Great, let's now focus on the story that every single Kenyan was talking about today. Media former U.S. President Barack Obama left the country this evening after completing his two-day visit, whose highlight was the unveiling of the Sauti Kuu Foundation in his ancestral land of Kogelo in Siaya County. For the opening of Sauti Kuu Foundation, founded by his sister Auma Obama, our Nyanza region reporter Kevin Ogutu brings us the story from a village that was anxious to receive their famous son 12 years after he last visited as a U.S. Senator.
At 20 minutes past 8 in the morning, America's 44th President Barack Obama made his way to Kisumu International Airport. Security remained tight in and around the airport, but not anywhere comparable to the security detail he wielded when he came to Kenya 3 years ago as the sitting U.S. president. And in less than 30 minutes, he was done with Kisumu Governor Professor Anyang' Nyong'o as his motorcade snaked its way out of the airport to Kogelo, where all was set for the opening ceremony of Sauti Kuu Foundation. As it is characteristic of him, Obama took people back the nostalgic journey of the circumstances when he first came to Kenya.
And so we took a train, and the train went overnight. And the train went very slowly. This was not a bullet train. And when we finally got to Kisumu, we took a bus. And this was not a fast bus. And there were some chickens in my lap, and some sweet potatoes digging into my side.
And back to the core business of the day, he expressed his satisfaction with the Sisters Foundation and the hope it holds for the future of Kenyan youth.
A young Kenyan doesn't have to do what my grandfather did and serve a foreign master. A young Kenyan doesn't have to do what my father did and leave home in order to get an education. So there's been real progress in this amazing country, and it should inspire today's young Kenyans to demand even more progress.
Outside Sauti Kuu, Obama was happy with the March 9th handshake and the fact that we have a new constitution which, coupled with the spirit of investment in the country, the future of Kenya can only be bright.
Despite some of the tumultuous times that seem to attend every election, we now have a president and a major opposition leader who have pledged to build bridges and have made specific commitments to work together. So what we see here in Kenya is all part of an emergent, more confident, and more self-reliant Africa.
But this, he says, will only mean progress if challenges that remain are addressed.
It means making sure that economic growth reaches everyone and not just a few at the top, that it's broadly shared across regions. It means guaranteeing educational opportunity to everybody, not just our boys, but also our girls, because the nation that gives our daughters the same opportunities as our sons is more likely to succeed.
In Kisumu, residents followed the events live from Jomo Kenyatta Sports Ground. They came here in their numbers, all eyes trained on the screen.
And what a unique...
But here in Kisumu, we are so sad because Obama has not passed here to greet us, just to say hi from airport to Kogelo.
As Barack Obama departs to South Africa and dust settles in Kogelo, one thing remains clear to the minds of those who are in Kogelo at the official opening of Sauti Kuu and those who are not: the need for Kenya to discard negative ethnicity and bridge the gender gap for the purposes of economic development. Kevin Ogutu for KTN News in Kisumu.
We're very sad he did not pass Kisumu.